Say I done told you. Say I tried to. Were you right? From creations.
Hey everyone.
Hey, how's it going?
So I'm Ryan,
I'm Evan.
and today we're getting together to talk about the new Smashing Pumpkins record.
CYR.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. So
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay, all right. So we want to keep things nice and light here. We want to make sure that everything's, looked at in a veil of positivity and appreciation. But honestly, we got to put honesty first, and I really, really hated this album.
Yeah, and it is one of the worst albums I've heard all 2020. Yeah. Like, no questions asked. It was, oh God, when you think it's over, or when you think it's almost over, you realize it's got an hour left at like an hour and 20-minute runtime.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it was shorter, I might have had some tolerance for the things that they were doing on this album, but it's so long and it doesn't change.
Yeah, no,
it's the same set of sounds for over an hour. Yeah, and none of it works.
The whole hour and 20 minutes I was with that album, I felt the same exact way. It was like, oh, maybe something exciting is going to happen in the next song. And they're like, nope. Like, there was actually a point, I think, for me, 15 minutes into the album, where I was like, oh, this is really bad. Let me check how much longer I have. And I realized I had over an hour left. And I was just like, oh my God, I have to listen to this multiple times for this fucking review channel. And it was...
Yeah, I will say I can relate to that. The feeling of pressing play on that first song every time was just upsetting.
Yeah, man.
I was just like, I'm spending so much time on this, and I'm digging so deep into this that has no depth at all,
It's true. Like, it has no depth.
Trying to modernize without any of the actual, tasteful ornamentation, like they're just pulling shit and throwing it onto the mix, and like just all the synths sound so bad. The synths are usually just
weak.
Like
all
thin
of them.
sounding.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And like it just does not fit with their sound in general, I feel like. And it's like they're going for an almost like hazy arena rock thing that is just so weak and feels so unsatisfying. And like anytime that they're building up to new ideas or new parts of the song, like you think, oh, maybe we're gonna get some actual, dense instrumentation here, or like something that actually hits hard, but it's always falls flat. It always falls flat anytime that there's any opportunity to get some excitement into any of the songs. And like it's a hellish nightmare of an album, honestly. Like when I try to recall the songs that I did like, I actually can't. It just turns into a flurry of BillyCorganXx, like just like happening in my brain all simultaneously. Just all of his like weird, cadences and isms that just I can't. I never want to listen to this album again.
Yeah, I feel the same way after hearing it multiple times. It honestly, you know what it sounds like purgatory, but it feels like hell. Yeah, that's what I think I can put it. It's
that's totally true.
Yeah.
If you were to put I don't know, what would you call like a graph to the emotional response you get from this album, it's just a flat line. There were moments where I was able to think there's hope here, that maybe this song isn't bad and maybe it's just, set up badly, but it never pulls through, and it's always just tiny glimpses of nice melodies or ideas that really do not pierce that wall of just shitty production and flat songwriting. It's just a mess. I mean, this isn't really a mark of quality on the album itself, but the song titles made me cringe a lot.
Yeah, even the one that I liked, Confessions of a Dopamine Addict, when I read that, I was like,
Billy. Like, no. Like, I don't know, like a lot of the weird intentional misspellings of things just come off as out of touch, and trying to be, throwing this mysticism onto a record that has absolutely no magic at all. And it sucks so much that they did something like this album, because if you go back and listen to some of their older stuff, like there's so much organic chemistry there.
There's a reason they were so huge, man.
Yeah.
They produced a lot of great music.
Yeah,
It is so sad to see them just fall down so hard on this album.
And I mean, I've never been the biggest Smashing Pumpkins fan. I haven't listened to all their albums, but I mean, just looking at Siamese Dream and Melancholy alone, like you can see that there's clearly talent and there's clearly a lot to say in this band. You know, they do so much so well, and they have a great feel. They had a great feel for, you know, organic songwriting, that hearing them do something as mechanical, derivative, just nothingness that is this album, it upsets me so much to hear that.
Yeah.
And that's something
Oh,
that's
how
coming
the mighty
from,
have fallen.
it's coming from somebody that hasn't even, you know, considered themselves a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan.
Honestly, man, I don't think I have anything else to say about this one. Do you?
Not really. It's upsetting. I wish I did. It's just that
It was really just that flat and boring and shitty.
Like I said, I wish that I could be positive and looking at the brighter side of things here, but there literally is not a brighter side. It's just that embarrassing.
Anyways, man, what are you feeling on this album?
There are tiny little moments to like, but generally an abysmal listen. I not worth digging up those little bits that you like. This is a 2 out of 10 for me.
Jesus. All right. Yeah.
This is
So
just straight up garbage.
wow. All right. So I'm actually gonna be I'm surprised, because I thought that I hated this, but yeah, I'm feeling a 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
I genuinely liked Confessions of a Dopamine Addict. I thought that Witch was okay.
That was one of the ones I hated.
Really?
I did not like that track at all.
I thought it was okay, but
Well, hold
yeah.
on. Let me find my list. I had a list of the tracks that pissed me off the most. And the list I have is Witch, Starcraft, Save Your
Starcraft
Tears.
was horrible.
Yeah, Adrenaline and Tiger were the ones that
Tiger
Tiger hurts me.
also horrible.
It's so bad.
Yeah. All right, so you're feeling a 2.
Yep.
I'm feeling a 3.
Yeah, generally the vibe is
Honestly,
bad.
folks, just skip it.
Yeah, skip this one.
Yeah, not even worth it. I have nothing else to say.
Well, thanks everybody for sticking with us and watching the whole review here. If you liked what you saw, we're going to have more content up soon. We're going to be doing this pretty consistently, so just give us a subscribe, a like if you can, and yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this. I'm looking forward to a better Smashing Pumpkins album in the future. Let's hope.
I hope so too, man. Bye, everybody.
Well, you guys have a good one.